Well, good morning. Welcome to True Moon Tarot. My name is Felecia Marie, and today we are going to do a short, little, brief message from the Father. See what He has to say to us. What messages the Lord needs us to hear. What messages our angels need us to hear. Basically, just anything that will help us in our quest and in our adventure to be the best human we could possibly be for the Lord, to, spread His love, spread His word, help others, be the light, fight darkness, all that good stuff. So I was praying this morning before this video, and I ended up picturing in my head all of a sudden, I just felt this heaviness, and it felt like this is what I pictured in my head, it was like this bowl, right? It wasn't a bowl though, it was like a boar, but it was huge, and I could see the steam coming out, and it was basically, gearing up to come charge at me to try to knock me down and, destroy me or whatever, hurt me. And all of a sudden I just started praying, I was like, you don't have any power over here, listen, I am protected, and I feel like for a lot of people, you kind of feel like that, you feel like there's just a lot coming at you, and you feel like you're taking on more than what you should, you know what I mean? But that's not true. I've always been a firm believer that the Lord only hands us what we can handle, right? He only lets us deal with what we can take care of, and then what we can't, He takes care of the rest, right? So I feel like for some people, you kind of feel like there's this just impending ickiness, doom or whatever, that's around you, and I don't think that you should really consider it as being bad, you know what I mean? This is a good thing. This is going to help teach you a lesson. It's going to help strengthen something within your connection, it's going to help. It's overall, it's good. But you have to remember that you are God's child. You are protected. You are loved, and He's got your back. So nothing can hurt you. You'll be fine. You have to remember that, and once you remember that, and once you tell yourself and you truly believe it, then you'll be fine. So what I heard was count your blessings. Basically be grateful. Some people aren't being grateful for the things that are around them. They're not noticing the small little manifestations that they have helped create within this world, that the Lord and the universe and spirit has helped bring about in their life, right? There's some people who aren't really who haven't been grateful enough, right? Who haven't shown that gratitude. Also, it's going to be to certain people in your life. I also see that along with count your blessings, for some people that's specifically a message regarding your time. The time that you have with someone. For some of you, there's somebody in your life that's not necessarily sick, but they're just not in the best health. You know what I mean? They've seen better days. But I feel like there's something that they need to tell you that maybe you don't even really understand what it is, but it's just something that they themselves need to get off their chest, right? They need to release it. And I looked at the clock up there, and it was 411, and I feel like that's a message, so I'm going to look that up, and I'm going to put that in the description box, and see what that's about. For some of you, you own a shop, right? You own some sort of small business, and you're about to come into the time where things are changing for you. I'm not really getting that it's a bad thing. Like nothing's not like it's not a bad type of change. It's a good change, but it's very, very, very fast paced. So you need to stay on top of your game. Like you need to like stay, just basically be prepared for anything, right? Let's pull a few more cards. What other messages do we have? For some of you, you need to release some kind of, I don't want to say regret, because I don't feel like anybody should have regrets, right? You did something for a reason, for whatever reason you did that, right? So I don't feel like it's a regret. Like I don't want to say regret, but there's something that you have not come to terms with, right? There's something that you may have done in your past, or something that somebody did to you in your past that you quite haven't really forgiven, and you'd have a tendency to run away. You have a tendency to, when things get tough or when like things kind of get heated, like you just like you kind of want to seclude yourself, like not be around anything. Basically it's like sensory overload, right? And I completely understand. That's me to a T. I hate that. But anyways, you're not gonna have that chance this time. I feel like, and I feel like it's not that you don't have the chance, but it's you don't want to do it this time, right? There's something that is making you stay grounded. There's something that's keeping you grounded. And we get the Empress card. So yeah, so there's some sort of, I'm hearing something. I can't quite make it out, but I was starting to hear the humming, the frequency of it. It was this new perception and this new mind frame that you decided to basically enable within yourself, in the way that you decided to look about the world, that has made you decide that you're not going to run away anymore. You're not going to let your past traumas or your little like PTSD quirks, whatever you want to call it, you're not going to let those stop you from getting what you want. You're not going to let it basically get in the way of your dreams, right? So that's why you've decided to stand your ground. Your feminine energy wants to come out more, so embrace it. You know, embrace being that creative part, especially if you have a business, especially if this resonates for the person who owns a small business. Definitely embrace your femininity. Be creative. Get out a sketch pad and like start writing down, like new ideas or new designs. Like if you're a jewelry maker, or you draw artwork, start doing that. If you're like an herbalist, I don't know, just but like also I'm getting, like, I was thinking in my head, you don't have anything to fear, right? Like there's no reason for you to fear. And we have the Sun card here. And what was this? Oh, there's two cards here. You don't have anything to fear other than yourself, basically. You don't have anything to fear. That there is going to be this, the Tower card came out. There's going to be this tower moment for sure. But like I said, it's not a bad thing. It's all based off of your perception of it. And you can choose to run away or you can choose to stay. But really, I think you want to stay. You don't want to leave, because you know that if you do run away and you do have to start over again, it's not going to be great, and it's basically going to be all for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that's not true, but you're going to end up repeating the same cycle again. You're going to have to go through the same phases again. You're going to have to readjust yourself again. And truthfully, you've probably done a lot of that in your life. You've probably done a lot of readjusting in your life, and you don't want to do that anymore. So I say stand your ground. I say do not stand in your own way. Be your person, be creative, live in that feminine energy. If it's for somebody, like I said, who is missing a loved one, that could also be that tower moment for you. This loved one of yours could be on their way out. They could be transitioning into their next phase of life. And so that's going to be difficult, right? Anybody who has experienced loss, especially because of something that you can't control, like old age or cancer or, even an accident, it is very difficult, and some people tend to blame themselves, especially when there's children involved. So, and I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but just, don't put it upon yourself, right? Don't blame yourself. Don't let your own empathy and your own emotions cloud the way that the logic that is there. Okay, don't let it cloud the logic, because when you let that happen, that's when things can enter in. That's when things can take advantage of you, and that's not something that, one, you should have to deal with, and two, that's not something that you want to deal with. You have been through a lot. You are at a good place in your life right now. It may not seem like that, but you are literally, this is like, think of it like a little speed bump, right? Like on a road, or like an on-ramp, right? You have to, there's like a peak, right? When, like, especially the on-ramps where they curve and like you have to like make a whole turn, right? Those ones, you notice when you go on them, you feel your car accelerating, and then all of a sudden you feel your car stop, and and you can coast. I don't know if you do that. That's what I do. I coast. I speed up until I'm a little over the speed limit, and then I coast. But anyways, there's a way that the car moves, and the feeling that you get from your car when it does that. That's how I imagine this is where you're at right now. Right now you're in that coasting spot, but as soon as you complete it, it's going to skyrocket, and you're going to be on the new highway. You're going to be on the new timeline. You're going to be on your way, right? So you don't want any of the negativity or the low vibrational beings around you when you complete that curve, right? You want to be elevated. You want to be high. You want to be in the best mood possible, right? You want things to work out. And I feel like I'm babbling, and I can continue to babble, but I do have to get ready for work. So I will probably continue this later, because I feel like there's some other messages that need to come out, and we'll see what happens and when I choose and what time I get off of work today. So yep. Anyways, love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Like I said, I need to look up that 411 number, what that means, so I'll put that in the description box below for you. If you would like me to do a personal reading for you, please email me. That will also be in the description box below. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you remember to make someone smile. I hope you remember to, basically just be yourself. If you're kind of feeling a little overloaded, or like, a little exhausted, don't push yourself too much, but also push yourself a little bit, right? It's kind of like when you're forming a new habit. But anyways, I don't know why I'm just babbling. I hope you all have a wonderful day.